Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 27 of the February daily draw. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Linestrider Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. The Emperor. So, a bit of organization, bringing a bit of structure to our plans. We can have a sense of a concept and an idea, but in order to bring it from the abstract perhaps to reality, we need some kind of plan, some kind of structure that the Emperor is very good at. He's very good at structure of linking things together to make a whole, and very strategic, very he's very good at design in the sense of structural design. So we may have to map out the steps that we're going to take. This is thinking through the process in which we're going to make something a reality. Yes, we're going to conjure up we're going to bring up and use our creative energy, but how are we going to focus it? Within what framework are we going to use that creative energy to achieve what we want to achieve? And with the lessons of the Emperor, we can learn how to put those guidelines and structures in place to help us channel that creative energy stage by stage in order to build the bigger picture, the whole picture, and to achieve the ultimate result. It's like building, creating a building, knowing how to lay the foundation, knowing how to, having the blueprints necessary, to follow the blueprints, to know where to put, where the walls are going to go, the different rooms are going to be, where the doors and windows are going to be, and how the structure has to be built to be strong and to be able to function as a building. All those kinds of architectural and construction details are very much within the scope of someone like the Emperor. So it's that logical, masculine, rational energy that we're bringing to a situation. And even women can, I shouldn't say even women, I should say it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, and it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, or whatever. It's the energy that we're using. The masculine, the feminine energies can be used by anybody of any gender or terminology they choose to use, or as identification. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's immaterial. It's the kind of energy we use. It's what's termed as masculine, feminine energy. So whereas the Empress would be the more the feminine energy, this is the more masculine energy. That's that's the way that it's termed. Okay, that's the way we choose to look at it from an archetypal point of view. We're not saying that this is exclusive to men or exclusive to women. This is just something. It's just a label we're putting on the different kinds of energy that we're using. So, that aside, let's get back on track. We're using the Emperor. We're using the Emperor so just like he would know how to structure a building. Now, we may not be making designing and building an actual edifice, a building itself. We might not be in construction. We might be. Maybe if you are involved in that kind of thing, this may be something you're working on, and he's coming to help you get that done. So, but generally speaking, for a lot of us, it's just going to be bringing whatever we want to achieve. It's bringing the structure and plan that we're going to follow, and the stage by stage. We don't put the walls or the roof on before we've built the foundation. And the roof tends to go on last, as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any occasion where the roof wouldn't go on last, at least when you've built most of the exterior walls. So there is an order to building a building. That much I do know. There's a step-by-step process. You bring in, this is done, then this is done, and it's done a certain way. Then when that's finished, this is done, and somebody else will probably come in and do it. And that's generally how construction works. So when we're creating in our own lives, we may not be actually dealing with making a physical building, but there are certain stages in what we want to achieve, and we can't do. We have to do stage 1 before we do the other stages. We can't start at stage 3 and come back to stage 1. We have to put the foundation in and then build on it in the right way. So we need to have an idea about how we're going to approach that. And yes, there are snags and maybe some changes, because sometimes I'm aware there are occasions where there needs to be changes made and agreed to the design of a building, because the original is not going to work so much, so they can be adapted. But we need at least the original framework on which to focus and guide the creative energy in a practical way. And that's very much the Emperor energy, that taking charge of that. We may need to be in charge of that, and enlisting other people to help if need be. We know what needs to be done, and we have to be the ones that and get it done. Even if we have to get someone else to help us with it, to do a certain task that we can't do, we still know it needs to be done, and we need to know when it needs to be done. So that's the kind of energy that we're bringing and how we're focusing our energy. So our creative energy. So we've got the creativity and the fertility and the sense of abundant creative energy of the Emperor, channeled through the structure and the planning of the Empress, channeled through the structure and the planning of the Emperor. So those both go hand in hand. So this is what the Emperor is coming. Get organized. Make sure you know at least a step-by-step, a stage-by-stage thing of what you need to accomplish at each stage of the way. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Grimoire. Keep what is sacred near to you, for it is only to be shared when you are ready. And maybe you have plans, but maybe you have your idea, you have your plans, you have a book with all your details in, so maybe this is part of your planning. The bits of facts and knowledge that you need to use is part of your toolkit. We had consecrated tools yesterday, I believe. But part of this is that you only share your blueprint with who you need to, and which aspects of it that you need to share with particular people. So if you're sharing and getting help, just be discerning about what you share and who you share it with. You don't have to tell everybody what the blueprint is. As long as you have an idea where you're going, that knowledge is for you to help you channel your creative energy. If some people need to know an aspect of that plan in order to fulfill a part of it, then you pass that knowledge on where you need to. But ordinarily, you don't have to be telling everything to everybody. Keep it to yourself. Keep it in your mind as your guideline in your creative process. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 28. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.